what's important is to really make the links between the prison system and the immigrant detention system. You find that many people that are in prison that are immigrants are put into removal proceedings right away, right after they finish their sentences, and could spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years on top of their prison sentence facing removal from this country. So for me, we can't talk about dismantling the prison industrial complex without really talking about the two systems together and really abolishing both systems, particularly because we find that they're ineffective in terms of actually creating a better society for our people. We incarcerate immigrant communities, people, low-income people of color, taking them out of the community, and then all of a sudden when they come back, it's very hard for them to be able to reintegrate. And then if they're in removal proceedings, they'll never get a chance to come back to their community and reunite with their families, which then creates forceful separation of families and continues a cycle that's really ineffective and unhelpful. And another big key issue is who's actually benefiting from the prison complex. I think it's no small matter, or it's not a coincidence that we had the civil rights movement in the 60s and 70s, and right after we won civil rights as people of color in this country, that they started to build all of these prisons that would just lock people of color up. And so that's a huge issue that I think needs to be addressed. Most of the people see that the money of the people that are benefiting through for-profit prisons is actually the main cause of why we still use prisons in this country. And just wanted to say, I know one thing that happened in the early 90s when the prison population went down. One of the heads of CCA, a large prison group, said, the thing that we want to invest in now, since we're going bankrupt basically with all of the people that we want in prison, kind of basically the prison population shrinking, is that we should invest in immigrant detention, because that's going to be the new wave that we can actually use our facilities for. And this happened in 92 or 93, and of course in 1996 you see one of the largest shifts in immigration law after the original Immigration Naturalization Act in 1925, and of course it just made systems like mandatory detention and mandatory deportation for certain populations of immigrants, and then thus sort of revitalizing the prison industry as a whole.